Hello, everybody. Jess Los with SBCA here for another weekly update. Real steady. It's not as busy as BCMC, but it's been a real good week. A lot of things for planning for next year, kind of starting that budgeting process, understanding what things do we want to include in our budget, understanding where the housing market's going to be going to where we can understand how is that going to have implications with our budget, from job site package sales to all the little things that just kind of understanding the sentiment of our membership out there, what it's going to be once we get into 2023. So a lot of forecasting, a lot of ideas, a lot of things on how do we deploy our budget. Going to be talking with a number of people on our executive committee team about that as well. But it's nice to have ideas and trying to figure out projects for next year. Honestly, if there's anything that you have in mind, hit me up. Let me know. Let me know what's on your mind, what the association can do for you. We want to be very responsive to our members at all times, and having that input, that interaction between me and members is a great way to do that. So feel free to reach out. Let me know what your thoughts are and where we're going with that. Obviously, we are in the midst of doing all those things. Speaking of planning, we've already begun planning for BCMC and Framer Summit for next year. We just got out of a meeting talking about some BCMC things. How are we going to set up our site visit meeting with our BCMC committee coming up in December? So a number of things are looking forward there. How do we continue to drive innovation in the industry? And BCMC is a great tool for that, for people to be able to showcase innovation. So some discussions around that. Again, if you have any ideas, feel free to reach out. We've got some we're going to be talking through our committees about, and things that we can do to try to help. How do we foster innovation within this industry? Better equipment, better software, better, all of the above, to where our component manufacturer members, our framer members, can build and install components easier, more efficiently, and leveraging their resources as best they can. Beyond that, also planning for the OQM coming up, third quarter OQM. I think we've finalized some dates. It looks like July 25th and 27th, Buffalo, New York. We've got the contract. We've not signed it yet, but looking very close there. So we'd be going from Buffalo for third quarter in July. Second quarter is going to be Nashville in May. And then first quarter, Phoenix. That's coming up at the end of January, a week before IBS. So hopefully those that are going to be traveling from the East Coast can stay over in sunny either Phoenix or Las Vegas, going to both shows. Or if you're just doing one, hopefully it's our OQM for SBCA. Registration is going to be opening up with that in just a few days. We like to do that, 85, 90 days out ahead of time, give people the opportunity to plan, buy their tickets, get everything going. So be thinking about Q1. It's not far away at this point. So Phoenix, January, not a bad place to be. Beyond that, I'm going to be doing some traveling next week. I'm going to be going to the LMC Expo. I'm going to be talking there for some component manufacturers and being able to see what LMC is about a little bit more. How do we, work with that as far as trying to attract new members, trying to drive engagement with our current members that are also LMC members. So it's going to be nice to meet several folks from LMC as well as component manufacturers and just those that are going to be in attendance. So it'll be a nice way to reach out and talk with a number of different people that are in the industry, whether it's component manufacturers, lumberyards, or just people that serve it like we do through LMC. After that, I'm going to be going to Dallas. We're going to have a meet and greet with our Texas framers for NFC. There's going to be a number of us there. Chris Breedlove, a couple others, Tony from Hull, also Don Groom is going to be there. So it'll be an exciting time to, just get some feedback from framers as well. Talk to them, see what's on their minds. What can NFC do to help them? What can we, tweak our value proposition to them? Maybe they don't fully understand everything that NFC has to offer too. So that's one of those things where it's just nice to get together with some folks, be able to talk through some things, and hopefully we'll be able to drive some membership there, drive some engagement, get people involved, because that's really the foundation of any association, especially ours with SBCA and the National Framers Council. After that, the other thing that I've been doing is really diving in. We commissioned a non-member focus group. So people that are not currently SBCA members, and this has been part of our membership drive under Gene, our president, for a number of months now, a little over a year actually, to where trying to understand, okay, component manufacturers have wants and needs, what can the association do for them? What do they expect out of association? What are they totally not thinking about when it comes to association? And getting into their minds and trying to understand that perspective so we can tweak our value proposition to our members and to encourage non-members to join SBCA, because that is a big deal. We want to make sure that, and I've said it before, this is a big tent. We want to have all component manufacturers feel like they should or are able to become members of SBCA. Some may choose not to. but we want to make sure that we have an offering that appeals to all component manufacturers. So understanding, what their perspectives are. We had this finalized right before BCMC. I didn't get a chance to really deep dive into it, so it's been fun and interesting to get into that, understanding how do we tweak things, how do we, work through our committees to get certain things done to where we can be a little bit more attractive to those non-members, while hopefully adding value to our current members as well. Things that, we didn't know we should offer or could offer. And, things like our safety program, talking with code officials, some of that stuff that we've been doing, a little bit more of in the last year, and doing it in a slightly different way with our advocacy. But those are things that we're looking at, thinking about, and, coming up with plans on how we can do it best. So that's really one of the cool things about that focus group, and things that are coming out of it, is making sure that we are trying to drive value to component manufacturers. Beyond that, just kind of normal run-of-the-mill things. We've got a position open. We're trying to hire for that. We've got a few other things going that are just normal, everyday association business things. And great time of the year to reach out and talk, so if anything's on your mind, feel free to reach out and call me, talk to us, anybody on our staff. We definitely want to be there for your calls, and to, listen to you, provide feedback, or to just, see what's going on in your market. So with that, I've gone over like I always do, but with that, we will talk to you all next week. I'll probably be on the road, so it might be a little later, but we'll see what happens there. Maybe I'll be able to fit it in, or maybe I might just skip a week and see if anybody notices. So let me know if you notice. Appreciate everybody taking the time to learn a little bit more about SBCA and watching this, and getting to know us, and everything that everybody does with interacting, whether it's reading the emails, going through our sessions, visiting our website. We're tracking all that stuff. We're loving it. We are really getting into the weeds on a lot of the detailed stuff. So with that, I'll leave you till next week. Peaks up, press on, and have a great week, everybody. I'll talk to you later.